towards speed lots and Templar tech now. I don't know what that was though by Free. That's a little bit of a mistake. Evens the game up a little bit. Both of them are about the same number of probe kills now. I think Free probably has like maybe 3 more or so, but not a ton more at all. It's not a huge difference right now in terms of probe kills. So this game has pseudo reset. I would say Free is a little bit ahead because he already has the Templar archives up. So as you go later into PvPs, you usually start moving away from Reavers and more towards Storms. And in that sense, Free, if he decides to go that route early, of course, he'll have Storm out earlier if he wants it, and he'll be able to produce those units earlier, which is really good for him in the next engagement if he can get Storm out significantly ahead of Jaehoon. We do have a robotics facility coming up for Free. That's just going to be for observers. I don't think we're going to see any Reavers. Could see a shuttle, you know. Storm drops are always a possibility, but for the most part, that's going to be for observers more than anything else. And it looks like Free's moving across the middle of the map, going to go and try and put some pressure on Jaehoon. Jaehoon's got this one Reaver, but it's a slow Reaver, no shuttle going along with it. So not a really great position for him. I think that's a Jaehoon observer that's watching all of these forces for Free, and Jaehoon is setting up to defend. He's got his Reaver on his ramp. He's got Dragoons close to his nexus. So this is a pretty solid defensive positioning here from Jaehoon. And yeah, it's going to be tough for Free to push in here. But I think, is he going to go for it anyways? He is going to go for it. I think he's just going to try and pick off this Reaver and then get out of there. He is going to get the Reaver. The Reaver does go down. Now, will he retreat or stay in? He is going to stay in here. I think he does have a Dragoon advantage actually. That Reaver did not do as much damage as it could have. So he's got the Dragoon advantage. Jaehoon not pulling probes off. Jaehoon needed to pull off probes immediately there. As soon as his Reaver was focused down, he needed to pull off probes. We do have a couple DTs from Jaehoon to try and defend here. The observatory is out for Free. Doesn't quite have an observer in the area yet though, so these DTs might be enough to defend. Another Reaver going down, so that's the 2 Reaver kills here with these Dragoons. And how many kills will these Dragoons get? It looks like they're popping SCVs left and right, getting a lot of SCVs right now, popping them one after another, but the Dragoons are all going down as well. So Jaehoon's not going to have a lot of probes left. He's not going to have a lot of mining, but Free is not going to have a lot of Dragoons left. So it's an important difference to note that Jaehoon might have a temporary military advantage actually coming out of this. It'll be close because Free is still macroing off 4 gates, but Jaehoon might have a small window of opportunity here to go on the counteroffensive. Of course, he can't sit here. One thing Jaehoon can't do is sit back and just try to macro up. It's not going to work for him real well. It's not going to be real pretty, but because he's not going to have the economy to really get the rest of his stuff up, whereas Free will. Simple as that. And we can see, we've seen both players' first-person points of view. Nothing too significant to know in either of them. Neither of them has like a huge stockpile of anything or anything like that. Haven't seen too much, but it looks like actually Jaehoon actually does not have that big an army. I thought Jaehoon would have a bigger army left over after that fight, but it doesn't look like he has much at all, so he's forced to actually sit here and defend. We've got a cannon coming up in the main mineral line, probably going to have one in the natural mineral line pretty shortly as well. To defend against DTs, all you need to do is get that cannon up and then cover it with your probes, and it should have enough time to get rid of the DT. At least that's the plan here. DT for Jaehoon being spotted by that observer, but it looks like it's actually going to escape. A second DT trying to wrap around. If Free was paying attention with that probe, you would have seen the blur of that DT, and there's an observer also at the natural expansion. Going to see that DT as well. So this counter DT, late DT ploy by Jaehoon is not going to work at all. We've got a Reaver out again for Jaehoon at his natural expansion to defend. No really attacking capacity for Jaehoon so without a shuttle right now, and he went for DTs rather than High Templar, so he's not going to have a lot for that the military engagement. Of course, for his defense, he really needed those DTs. That was great by him. He was dead if he didn't have those DTs. But yeah, not looking really good for Jaehoon at this point. I think we're going to see Free get another victory here. I think we're going to see Free get a 3 kill and go on for a possible all kill, presumably against C. But yeah, looking very, very good here for Free to take this down, and he's got this one Dragoon just trying to keep Jaehoon paying attention to the bridges as he wraps his whole force around. A probe is there to see this, so Jaehoon knows that this is coming, but Free's got the high ground now. Free's got that high ground, and he can attack it down into Jaehoon's forces, and that is not good for Jaehoon. It's yet another tactically superior position for Free. We do have a shuttle out though, so with a couple Reavers with that shuttle, that could be really, really effective. That can really defend for you very, very well. Looks like Jaehoon's going to attack up the bridge. interesting. Free's actually going to back off here. Doesn't want to engage those Reavers. Probably just waiting for even more advantages. He looks like he's going to have that third Nexus up pretty soon, waiting for those storms to finish. And it looks like Jaehoon's actually going to go on the attack here. Interesting ploy here. Jaehoon's going to go on the attack. Now, does Free go and defend, or does he go for the backstab? And it looks like he's going to go for the backstab, so both players are going to go for each other's bases. The big difference here is that Free has Storm at home, and if he can get some good Storm off, Free will be able to defend, and Jaehoon will be completely annihilated here. This is going to be such an important battle. Those Reavers are going to have to clear away the ramp for Free as quickly as possible, and Free's going to need to get some good Storm. So there's a nice Storm on the ramp, doing a lot of damage to a lot of those Zealots, and a huge Storm going off, killing the shuttle and doing tons of damage to the Reavers. I think one of the Reavers go down. The second Reaver needs to die, and the second Reaver has fallen. I think it's fallen, maybe not. Jaehoon is not going to win this fight, folks. Jaehoon, his main will die faster than Free's main. That is for sure. And Free can start spamming DTs. How is that Reaver alive? That should have a little miss micro there by Free. That Reaver should be dead by all rights. There it goes. Now another Storm coming in and going to pick it off. And Free just picking off gateways now. Free is just going to absolutely manhandle Jaehoon's base. Jaehoon is actually doing a ton of counter damage. DTs have arrived for Free inside of his main to try and defend here, and Jaehoon is absolutely not going to be able to defend his main, that's for sure. Now, will Jaehoon be able to take down Free's main? It's a good question. I don't think it's going to matter because there is no pylon or anything for Jaehoon in a random spot, whereas Free does have that base, that third base, that will also be annoying. And these DTs doing a ton of damage. I wonder if Jaehoon's either missmicroing or not bringing an observer along, but there's GG from Jaehoon, so Free gets a victory. He's got a 3-kill now. Going to go into the 6th set, going to be going for an all-kill for Free, and he's going to be playing on Judgment Day against C, none other than C. There's no way that the C is not going to be showing up, and Free is riding something like is riding a win streak against C, and we'll see if he's able to continue it for his all-kill. I'm sure Free is hoping that he can get that all-kill, and this should be very, very exciting 6th and possibly final set in this semifinal series, and I will see you guys all there.